What's up, Nitro Gang? In this video, I will be doing a live bid on eBay for a vintage Nitro. Will I win it? I have no idea. The auction ends in 30 minutes. Let's check out the car, and then we're gonna see how well I do. This is the actual auction right now. 23 minutes left. 18 CVRX engine, baby. The best engine you could possibly get. So let's give it a couple seconds here, and then I'll bid again, and I'll raise my own high bid. Okay, we got 30 seconds. Am I gonna be the winner? I was panicking. So now I'll bid 135. Let's see if I can get it in. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. Yes, there is a vintage, just like new, Megatech Nitro touring car in this box. If you smell what the Nitro Gang is cooking. We got the Nitro Gang out here. Nitro World Order. Nitro World Order. What's up, Nitro Gang? Today, I am going to be making Nitro great again. The Nitro World Order will be attempting to buy another vintage Nitro. Restoring vintage Nitros is the only way that you can make Nitro great again. For a good luck charm, of course, I have the HPI Super Nitro RS4, my favorite current RC. We have some Nitro engines right here on a board. I ran them in a previous video. And in this box is a real, legitimate, almost just like new Megatech. I collect these things, I run them, and then I want to buy more. And we have a live eBay auction. This is a Sen Magnum NX with a damn OS 18 CVRX engine. Now, Sen is a very old manufacturer. We will take a look at some of the more intricate details if I win this auction. Hopefully I win it. Right now, there is 27 minutes left to this auction. There's only one bid. I will attempt to record about the last 10 minutes of my live time bidding. We'll do like a screen recording. This channel, I always come up with fun Nitro Gang type of material, and this video will be no different. And by the way, yes, there is a vintage, just like new, Megatech Nitro touring car in this box with the awesome Megatech M16 engine rated at 1+ horsepower. I used to have this motor when it first came out, and this was the best upgrade you can get for your t-maxx at the time. In fact, it destroyed a Nitro RC car that I ran at the time because this thing had so much power compared to a stock ready-to-run motor. This will be unboxed and shown in a future video. I purchased this a couple years ago, to be honest with you. These Nitro restorations take a lot of time. Oftentimes, they take some money. So I really appreciate my 7 Patreon supporters. I want you guys to know that your money is being put to good use. And in fact, I'm adding about 90% of my own money because vintage Nitros, they tend to cost a lot. Now, this one, hopefully, when I win, at the end of the day, I will hope to pay under $200. It is a little bit expensive, in my opinion, for what it is. Before I do some of the bidding, let's go in some in-depth details on the auction itself, and you guys will understand my point of view and why I want this thing. This is the actual auction right now. 23 minutes left. The current bid is one bid at $99. The only downside is $40 shipping. Well, nothing I can do about that. You know, the seller is very good. We have over 4,000 positive feedback here. Let me refresh this page, make sure it's still one bid. And I will be bidding in probably the last maybe 5 minutes. For now, this gives us a good opportunity to look at the RC itself. Now, the title, Sen Magnum NX Nitro OS 18. I like the way that sounds. Basically, the OS 18, that's what I want. The good thing, this is an original Sen body. These are not the original wheels. But let's examine the chassis itself. Here we have really nothing to see. It just looks like it's complete. That's what I'm getting from this. The main goal is that it's complete. So here, once again, nothing to see, just the body. Here we go. This is where the magic is about to happen. You guys see this blue cooling head? Well, that's the OS 18 CVRX engine. Basically the best engine you could have ever gotten during this time period. And I used to own the 15 CVR. It was a beast. People put these zip tie things on top to protect it from rollovers. Now I know this chassis because I've looked at it before, but it has a lot of upgrades on it. I'll show you guys in a little bit what a stock one would look like. But we do have this metal shaving, weight saving thing in the chassis. So that is a good clue that this is an aftermarket, some kind of racing, probably Sen Racing Division chassis. The main thing is, 2-speed baby. You see that right here? We got ourselves a 2-speed baby. I see an RPM receiver radio box. Interesting. I didn't know RPM made parts for Sen models. We have upgraded threaded aluminum shocks with the shock socks on them. Very nice. This looks like a homemade upper shock tower brace. I guess Arma must have copied this chassis a long time ago. Very good Traxxas air filter, aftermarket aluminum pipe. I also see some other aluminum parts here on top. Let's keep going. 18 CVRX engine, baby. The best engine you could possibly get. And I really like the fact that it's a pull start and it looks very, very clean. I see the way the fuel lines are routed, very clean. It may seem not important, but these basic things like routing a fuel lines, proper use of zip ties, throttle return springs over here, these are things to look for when you want a quality, reliable used Nitro. This is a person that owned this that knew about, RC. The bottom of the chassis right here, it says Racing something Sen. So yeah, this is not the original chassis. The 2-speed looks very good. I do not see any kind of broken teeth here. The chassis is very clean. It looks like it has some, aftermarket skid plate here in the back. Let's see, that's basically all the pictures. So the most important thing, OS 18 CVRX engine. Chassis looks clean. I see a whole bunch of aluminum here. So, this makes me a happy guy. Let's refresh this page because, man, I don't want to lose this. We have 19 minutes left. Still just one bidder. Let's take a look at some of the information. So here we go. Sen Magnum NX Nitro RC Truggy. You will receive the buggy as shown. Engine is OS 18 CVR. It has a 2-speed transmission, racing shocks with cover, shock tower, cross brace, new tires, steel spur gears, high performance exhaust, and battery box guard. Many factory aluminum upgrades are installed. The batteries, fuel, and radio receiver are not included. Okay, well, pretty good. This looks like a high volume seller, I would say, because 4,000 feedback is a lot. You could also check their other items here. So the other items, this guy does have a couple RCs, but the ZD Racing Buggy, I don't want it. This Hobby King Rattler, I don't want it. This Quantum Vandal, I don't want it. And the rest is basically just some parts and some odds and ends. Yeah, so this seems like a very good deal if I can get it for, let's say, under 150 on this. Because I don't want to pay over $200 including the shipping. $40 plus shipping plus tax is going to be a lot. That's going to be like basically 3 months of Patreon revenue that I'm currently getting just to buy this. 3 months, guys, for a used Nitro. So don't think I'm making a killing. My my only sponsor other than Patreon is my day job, and they're not Nitro Gang supporters. Okay, let's look at the information on this before we do bidding. So Sen introduced this in 2005, four-wheel drive shaft drive. Now, originally, it came with a 3cc engine, which is a 0.15. It's good that it has the factory 2-speed, so we're not going to have any weird aftermarket fitment issues. You always want to have a 2-speed that was original and, maybe upgrade the gears, but that's about it. Here's the owner's manual that I found from this NX series. So originally, yeah, it looked nothing like the upgraded one that we have today. Look at this puny looking pathetic engine with this tiny composite, carb opening right here. Oh my God. But the good thing, we did have a 2-speed, but I can tell these red gears, they're plastic. That's why in the listing it said upgraded metal gears. So that's very good. Of course, we don't have any of the upper chassis aluminum bracing here. We don't have RPM parts. So it looks like that particular model on eBay that I'm going to be bidding on is very well upgraded. And now we're looking at the archive for the entire Sen model history. Just wanted to do some, in-depth RC research These are all of their ready-to-run Nitro-powered models. So here we go. The Sen Racing Magnum NX. Brand new, it was $239. It was a budget RC, guys. That's all there was to it. Of course, Sen at this time was also making the GST 7.7, which is a beast. These go for a lot of money on eBay. But you see this? Brand new? It was only 429 bucks, guys. This was the time to buy it. We have some other ones. I don't know what the Matrix is. And we have the Nemesis. So very cool. We have, you know, the budget model from Sen for this time period. It's still very cool. Let's see where we're at with the eBay. Okay, so 15 minutes. We're still at 99 bucks. 6.5 minutes left. Let's refresh the page. Hopefully still just one bid. I might bid now. We'll see. There's a lot of strategies that people seem to have. You know, bid in the last 5 seconds, bid in the last minute. It really doesn't matter. If somebody has a bid high enough that I do not want to kind of overbid, well, then I'm just not going to win. But I will do my best to bid up to a reasonable amount. I would say maybe I'm going to give it a little bit of time still. You know, you don't want to get those, you know, buyers to get a notification saying someone is trying to outbid them. So we'll wait under about maybe 3-4 minutes and then we'll bid. For the time being, I found a very old, terrible video of this thing driving. This is what it would have looked like in stock form. This is a very, very old video published in 2009 right here. You know, of course, it's not getting its top speed here, but guys, a Nitro is still funner than any Arma with a strip diff potential in its future. You know what I'm saying? You can't kill a Nitro. This was only a .15. This was like nothing to write home about. But with the 18 CVR motor, that's what we want for this channel. Right, so here we go. It drives. Here it is on a track. It's like a terrible old quality video. The resolution on this is 480p. So as bad as possible. But you know what? It took a jump. It didn't break. It's going. It seems to be handling the track just fine. So I don't care. What I care about, no center diff and OS 18 engine. Alright, let's pause this for now. Back to eBay. Under 5 minutes. I'm going to refresh it. Page is refreshed. Okay. So far, still just one bidder. Almost always, how you want things to go on eBay is not how it actually turns out. There's a lot of competition now. And if people know this car, you know, when they see this OS 18 CVR motor, they'll know what they're buying. These were some of the best motors ever. The only better one is the 18TM and the 18TZ, and this one looks very clean. In fact, this is probably the only used Nitro I've seen that the air filter is attached to the carb. Okay, so that's also a good sign. I didn't mention that before. This is probably the cleanest looking Sen I have ever seen. Okay, and this, you know, it's not really a trophy. It's not like a gem or nothing like that. But it is a very highly upgraded Sen with a very good motor. Let's refresh this again. We're going to be using some of the future Patreon money funds towards this. If you guys want to support the Nitro Gang, there's a link in the video description. You know, this is some of the kind of stuff I do. I will never buy a crawler with your Patreon funds. I can guarantee you that. We will only be buying vintage Nitros. Hopefully with OS engines like this. And a 2-speed, of course. You got to have that 2-speed, baby. Let's keep refreshing. 3 minutes about. Okay, this is the real nerve-wracking part. Maybe I'll bid now. Let's see. I'm going to put in a bid of 110. Let's see what happens. If I get outbid, that's not good. Okay. Hopefully I'll be the highest bidder. Oh, thank God. I'm the highest bidder. So we know for a fact that the top bidder before was at 103.50. Now, of course, high probability that I'll get outbid in the last minute. Oftentimes in the last 15 seconds. And then it's like, oh man, I had my hopes up, I was excited, and now it's going to be a letdown. Well, hopefully this will not be a letdown. So let's give it a couple seconds here, and then I'll bid again, and I'll raise my own high bid. That's more or less my strategy. This is really stressing me out, guys. I don't know whether I will get it. And this isn't a clickbait video where, you know, I'm going to say I'm going to buy and then I don't bid. I'm legitimately bidding a bunch of money. So figure I would go up to about maybe in the low 150s plus 40 plus tax. This will be over 200 bucks for this at the end of the day. Okay, let's bid again. So I will bid 113. And the goal is just to generate like a little bid gap. So when someone else bids, let's say they bid 110, they'll have to bid again because I'll be the highest bidder. That's really what you're doing. You're upping your own bid. These strategies are not verified by science, but oftentimes they do work. But in today's, eBay scene, there's just so many buyers. Years ago, this stuff was a guaranteed, success method. All the time this worked. So hopefully if I keep this up, I should be able to see if I'm the highest bidder. But sometimes it just doesn't refresh effectively and it won't tell you that you're actually outbid. I've had many times where I had about less than 5 seconds left. And people use these programs called sniping programs. I did it a couple times, but of course, the ones that had the better sniping programs, they could get the last bid in the last couple seconds there. Meanwhile, you were doing 10 seconds or something like that. Okay, we got 30 seconds. Am I going to be the winner of this awesome vintage Nitro? I better be the winner of this thing. Okay, we're going to bid 120 now. I'm going to go up in my increment a little bit. If something happens, oh my God, I got outbid. You guys see that? Oh no, hold on, I'm not outbid. What am I talking about? Okay, my highest bid is 125. I was wrong, guys. I made a mistake. I was panicking. So now I'll bid 135. Let's see if I can get it in. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. Oh, yes, baby. I won this auction. So I was right. I was in a bidding war with someone. So we have 7 bids. Let's see what it is. I wound up paying 123 plus 40 plus tax. So it's actually still a lot. Right, so I was in a bidding war. And we can see who it is. And yeah, so my method worked, guys. This is big success for the Nitro World Order. Right here. We are at 101. Then I'm the bidder right here. Karatic94, that's me. Very good feedback. And yeah, I was in a bidding war with one person right here. So they outbid me at 116. I went to 120. Then they went to 121. But you see that? They didn't have enough time to go over the 123. So, big success. We're getting ourselves a vintage Nitro with an OS 18 CVRX engine, baby. And that is how you're going to make Nitro great again, by buying more Nitros. The total price I'm going to pay right now, just so the guy ships it tomorrow. You see, the 123, it actually wound up being 178. That's not that cheap, but the OS 18 and the 2-speed baby and the vintage status of the Sen brand itself, but I'm happy. Confirm and pay, baby. Nitro on the way. Your order's in. I'm happy. We did it, guys. We got another Nitro coming to the channel, and it's got a classic OS 18 CVRX engine, the best ever made in my opinion. Nitro Gang investment strategy is about diversification. And if you ask me what you should get, the T-maxx or the Savage, the correct answer is always you need about 2 to 3 of each kind, because that is called the Nitro Gang diversification strategy. Another update video when this thing comes in the mail. We're gonna unbox it together. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you later. If you smell what the Nitro Gang is cooking.
So fine, but her breath is like, she says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to.
Nitro World Order.
Nitro World Order.